What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XCN OnyxCoin today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? It's looking more and more, in my opinion, more and more like OnyxCoin will not drop down to 1.4 cents. It's looking more and more like that, you guys. My suspicion my suspicion comes from the fact that if you were to do that over the past 3 days, I think you would have made some headway. The fact that you're not making headway makes me a bit hesitant, right? It's like you're supposed to go down, so why aren't you? Why aren't you going down? You're supposed to. Why aren't you? Well, maybe it's because you're not going to. Maybe you're going to go up instead. I don't know. To see it go down, by it I mean the price from a low to a high. Oh, that's not right. Hold on, guys. We need the magnet. I don't know why the magnet was taken off all these damn trading view tabs. Low to high here, to go down there, that's about a 19.3% drop. And I don't have a problem calling for that in crypto, right? I could call for a lot more if I wanted to. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. The reason why I'm not calling for this is look at what Bitcoin's doing. You're telling me that a top performing coin, this coin, by the way, is out of the top 100 right now, with like Caspa excluded. This is probably the coin that's outperforming everything else in the top 100. You know what I mean? And if it's not performing everything, it's outperforming a lot. It's in like the top 10 of the top 100 that are performing well this cycle so far, right? As far as overall growth goes. I mean, don't believe me? We take the low from the bear market low here. We put it all the way up at the current price right now. How many coins are up 26x from their relative lows, right? In the top 100. Not many, right? Some of them. There are plenty, but OnyxCoin has definitely been a top performer this cycle, right? If we look at the others chart, just to verify that, just to validate that, right? Show a comparison real quick. The average altcoin in the top 125, excluding the top 10 coins, they're up like 3x. 3x, right? OnyxCoin is demolishing. It's outperforming everything. So my thoughts here are, if Bitcoin's breaking out and seeing higher prices and going to $100,000 or more, how is OnyxCoin going to drop 20%? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I suppose it could happen. If OnyxCoin doesn't move up, if it doesn't recover soon, Bitcoin moves all the way up here, and then Bitcoin has a correction. Maybe during that correction there, maybe then OnyxCoin would continue to move down. But all that time that Bitcoin's moving up, and OnyxCoin's just going to be a good little like pet, and it's going to sit right here. I don't know. I don't know about that. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I got to blow my nose, man. It's bad. All right, man. That was annoying. I was like itching my nose, man. It's really itchy. Man, I had COVID like a month ago. I got COVID for my cruise, you guys, and I swear I still have some residual symptoms. The congestion is bad. It's really bad. Um, some people handle COVID well. I don't. I've never gotten the shot. I've never gotten the jab. I never got vaccinated. I've always been a proponent. And I'm not trying to get political here, but I've always been a proponent of letting my body's immune system do the work and not taking medication as far as that goes. If I need it, I need it, but that's a different thing. Um, you know, I just thought that the whole thing with the COVID vaccine was silly to begin with. Like, who's going to take a vaccine that it hasn't even been out for a year? We don't even have like clinical studies done on it, clinical trials done on it. Like I always, but anyways, for some reason I feel like I handle COVID worse than the average person. I feel like it affects me worse, right? The two sickest times that I've ever been in my life that I can remember were whenever I had COVID. So, anyways, enough of that. Enough story time with C-Zar there. Let's get back to work here. Okay, we're at about 1.78 cents. Hold on. 1.78 cents right now. We could move down here, but what that would take is that what that would take to convince me essentially would be that Bitcoin continues to move up. It has this breakout move, and OnyxCoin is just chilling. And then by the time Bitcoin pulls down, then OnyxCoin resumes moving down. Okay, maybe. But again, I'm under the impression that if you wanted to go down, you would have. You're in that phase where it would make a lot of sense to go down here, but you haven't done it. And the reason why it might be because Bitcoin's moving up. It might be because you're not ready to move down. So what we're looking for now, we've got the first domino to fall, right? The first seal has been broken with Bitcoin pumping. The next seal would be to get some kind of green day, some kind of reversal here at the 50. It doesn't have to be dramatic. We don't have to get all the way to the overbought zone, but if we get some kind of look here on the RSI that looks like we're bouncing off of this area. It doesn't have to be right off this line, just off this area. As long as we're like crossing back above it like this, something like that, then it would be a very good look, a very possible likely outcome that we could see prices reversing from here and seeing new highs relative to this and being on our merry way up to 5.5 cents, 5.3 cents. You know, the same old spiel there. The final seal to break, the final domino to fall would be about 2.018 cents, something like that right there. Once we break through this, once that's resolved, regardless of what happens, whether we move down first, we move sideways, we just move up, whenever it happens, however it happens, whenever we move up above 2.02 cents essentially on a daily closing basis, not just on a wicking basis, but a daily closing basis. At that point, it's inevitable. At that point, we are seeing higher prices. This was some kind of false check back for the bears, right? This is a little volatility, a little bit of boringness, right? I think it would have been better if we did this. If this is a higher low, it would have been better if we went down super fast down here and then we recovered and started moving up, right? That a shakeout's much better. What this is, it's boring, it's slow. It gives people much more time to make the bad decision and sell before the next pump's going to come, right? Even if we drop, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but even if we drop here, even if we drop lower than I'm expecting, even if we drop lower than that, what's coming? 5.5 cents. It's bigger than this. What's coming after that? 20 cents, beyond that, right? It's bigger than this. Any kind of worry, I gotta zoom out, man. Like look at how insignificant compared to where we're gonna go, insignificant this down move is compared to the rest of it, right? Moments like this, these boring times, if it was a quick shakeout, boom, you don't have time to think about it, right? You're going to clinch your butthole a little bit, and then that's about it. And then before you know it, it's up. If you don't clinch, you're going to sell. You're going to panic. You're going to make the wrong move at the bottom, and then you'll still probably FOMO back in at the top if you're making emotional decisions. Anyways, right? This is worse because it happens so it's taking such a long amount of time that it didn't happen while you were sleeping. It didn't happen while you were making dinner. It didn't happen while you were at work and you were away from your phone or on your jog or whatever it is that you do that might keep you away from your phone for an hour. It's happened over the days, over the week, and this has given everybody who's wanted to sell or who's been thinking about selling, who's been fearful. They've got a little clenched up, you know what, and they're worried about what the price might do. It's given all these people time to get out. But I think we're starting to show our hand. I think we are getting a bit of a bullish turnaround. And really what we have above all else here is lower lows in the RSI. We've gotten overbought. We've cooled way the hell off. Lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in price. That is hidden bullish divergence. What we're doing so far from a low to a high is we're getting a deep retracement of this move here. And deep retracements are not necessarily bearish, right? They're just opportunities to buy. 786, 886 zone, one might argue, is the most ideal area to buy if you can, as far as a retracement goes. What else are we going to say? We're going to look at the 4-hour time frame, shorter term time frames, and then wrap this up. Let's start on the 15-minute. Actually, I want to start on 15 and then go to the 1 hour and then build from there. Okay, so getting overbought. Overall, if I'm being honest, overall this actually looks bullishly postured. You're rejecting the oversold zone, getting into the overbought zone. You've kind of got this upward tilted lean to you, right, with some blemishes to the upside. This looks bullish. It does look bullish, relatively speaking. So that would make me bullish on the coming hours by the end of the day, probably. 1 hour time frame here looks super bullish. Higher lows, higher highs. You're in this parallel channel up, little blemishes to the upside, right? You're not getting overbought. That's kind of not ideal. You want to get overbought, but it looks like you're starting to prove yourself. You're starting to hold your ground on the bullish effect here, man. Whew. I gotta sneeze. Oh, can I sneeze? I want to sneeze so bad. Nope, no sneezing. It tickles though. Whew. Oh my goodness. Just get it over with. All right, 4 hour time frame now. 4 hour is looking bearish. Now, this is the most bearish case that we could come up with. You're living below the 40. You can't get above it. Anytime you do get above it, as soon as you get above it, you reject down. You rejected your 50. You rejected your 45 area. You look like you have a date with destiny to the oversold zone. I cannot wait to blow my nose, man. Oh, my goodness. the 4 hours is the only one that's giving me second thoughts, but all it would take to change that essentially would be to get this up above the 50. And if we were to see a move like that above the 50, we'd probably have to get above about 2 cents. So get above about 2 cents, guys. That's all that it really takes. We're not that far away from it now. I'm not asking the world of OnyxCoin, right? To get above 2 cents, it's about a 15% move from here. Not even. I think it's very doable. I don't know if I have anything else that I want to say. Watch for this. Watch for this. All right, from a low to a high. If we do close 4 hours, 2 4-hour candles or 1 daily candle below 1.727 cents, at that point, prices below 1.5 cents become inevitable. If we close above 2 cents, watch for that. At that point, prices moving up to 5.5 cents, it becomes inevitable. I got nothing else for you guys. We're in that wait and see moment still. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.